back to The Bright Side. Macy here, the Bright Side Girl, and today we're going to be talking about my reading goals. So we're going to be talking about the goals that I had for 2021 and whether or not I completed them, and then we're going to set some new goals for 2022. So let's talk about 2021 first. So first goal, read 100 books. Check. That's always my goal. I never set it higher or lower, at least in the last 5 years. That's a pretty easy goal for me to hit. I did barely hit it. I hit 101 books. I got it a little close this year, but I got it. I will do some videos about how I'm able to read that many books and how it's a lot easier than you think it is. I did read 91 of them on audio, which is the most audiobooks I've ever done for the year. And I only read 11 books physically, which is the least amount I've read in like 6 years. Something I'm going to work on. We'll talk about a little bit later. My next goal was to read 5 classics. This did not happen. I read, I think, half a classic. I read half of Dracula. Again, this was just not a reading year for me. It was a 2-star reading year, if you will. I still did good. I read a lot of books, but I didn't have a lot of favorites. I wasn't like heavily focused on it. I was a little bit distracted overall. I was watching a little bit too much TV before bed, which is something we're working on. And yeah, I just didn't have time to read a lot of classics because I didn't make the time. Number 3 was to finish 25 series. I know I didn't hit this. I'm not exactly sure how many series that I finished. I would guess like maybe 10. I'm going to keep track of this for next year because I'm going to reset this goal. I have like 47 unread series that I'm still interested in, so I want to keep that going, but we'll talk about that in a second. My 4th goal was to read more hyped books. I think I have never read less hyped books. I just really didn't think about these goals once I set them, which is something that we all kind of do, and I'm not going to do it this year. I don't know what it was. I think I was focused on finishing series and then picking up random things so I would have fun things to share with you guys. And so I didn't read a lot of new releases. I didn't read a lot of books that I know that I'm going to love, and something, again, I want to work on for next year. And then my 5th goal was to make over my office, which I pretty much did. I got new bookshelves. I'm reorganizing them again for the new year. I'll do a tour once that's done. I still need to do some more things, so I didn't do a full makeover, but I did enough that I'll count this one as a win. Okay, so for 2022, goal number 1, always read 100 books. I would love to destroy this and maybe have like the largest reading year I've ever had. However, I have a lot of very large books that I want to get to, and so when you go purely off number, sometimes, you know, it's harder to hit. But I do have a lot of middle grade things and stuff that I could get to as well. So this shouldn't be hard. I always hit it. So that's the plan, 100 books. Secretly in my head, I'd love to do more than that. Goal number 2. I did this last year, but I'm actually gonna zero in and focus on it this year. Last year I said read more hyped books, like books that are really popular and new releases and things. I am instead going to change this to read more 5-star books, which we can't always control, but I feel like I kind of can. I feel like I know some things that are going to be 5-star based on what other people are saying and things that I like, and I don't know, I put off things that I'm really excited about. I want to like save them. Last year, I think I only had like 3 5-star reads that weren't rereads, and that made me really sad. So I want to change that this year so that when I do my top 10 of the year, it's like stuff I'm like raving about and stuff that got me in the feels. I'm not even that picky of a reader. I'm a little picky with the 5 stars, but I'm not crazy picky as a reader. I just want to have like some feeling and emotion and books to kind of linger with me. And I didn't have a ton of those last year, so I want to change that. Goal number 3 is to crush my readathons. So I'll have a video again coming out about this fairly soon. I've got a bunch of readathons planned for this year. I did a lot more last year than I've ever done before. We did a whole thing like on Instagram. Don't forget to follow me on there, by the way, at The Bright Side Girl. I do some bookish and some non-bookish content, but for readathons, we go all out. I have Instagram challenges. It's a whole thing. It's really fun, but I don't always read as much as I used to during readathons, so I want to like focus in and set aside time during readathons more than normal to get some significant reading done and really zone in when we actually do these themed readathons. So that's a goal. I would like to read like at least 4 to 7 books per readathon. I know that sounds like a lot, but I do a lot of audiobooks, and so I can get through them really quickly. There's some short books that I can choose. There's some things I can do to make this happen, and also most of my readathons are going to be 2 weeks coming up, so should be doable. Number 4 is to really crush my unfinished series list. So I think as of right now, I have 47 unfinished series. This includes like duologies, short series, long series. I would like to really cut this back, and that includes anything that I add. So I could easily cut this in half, but that means I also can't start anything new. So I want to still be able to start new things and just finish them quicker. I am a completionist, and it like bothers me if I don't finish things. Not if I don't like them. Like if I read the next book in a series and I don't love it, I have no problem like DNFing the series. But if I liked it and I want to continue on and I haven't, it really bothers me. So I want to get this list way down so that I don't have so many unfinished series like looming over my head. And there's a lot of them that only have like one book left, so I think I can definitely do this. You guys can help hold me accountable. And the fifth goal that I have, which I think is very doable, the combo goal, I want to read more favorite authors and favorite narrators. So I want to pick some of the authors that I loved and had 5-star books for me, read more of what they've written, even if it's random stuff, and I want to read more books by my favorite narrators on audiobook because I love doing a lot of audios, and having a really good narrator really helps. Like even some of the books that I wouldn't have loved, I loved more because the narrators were so good. That's an easy goal I think that I can accomplish. Last year I think I only read like 2 or 3 books from a favorite author and like 2 or 3 from favorite narrators, and I think I can definitely do a lot more than that. I just have to like consciously think about it, which I talk about in my January TBR, which should be up or coming up soon. I'll link it up here when it's available. And I talk about my plans. I have some things set in place that I'm going to do for each month for my TBR to make it more interesting and more fun. I have a really cool idea for February, so stay tuned for that. Let me know what your reading goals are for the new year and what they were last year and how you did. Let me know your top 5 favorite reads of 2021. I'm doing a fun video based on this, and or just any 5-star reads from 2021. It doesn't have to be something that came out that year, just anything you read last year, because I need the information for something fun. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys are excited to make 2022 an awesome reading year with me. I'm very, very pumped about it. Stay tuned for videos on how to read more, how to do audiobooks, how to get books for cheap. I got a lot of videos planned coming out very shortly. So thank you guys for watching. See you next time on The Bright Side.